I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
What you just saw was Dalia DiPolito crying over her husband's death. Something that was found not true. Everything you see here, from her immediate outburst of sorrow to the officer reporting, it's all done to uncover the actual plot. In this video, we're taking you through the crazy case of Dalia and how a successful sting operation prevented a terrible fate for her husband. In 2008, Dalia DiPolito was in real estate and had a side hustle as an escort when she met her husband, Michael DiPolito. Michael had a sheet on him for fraud but was very successful. But somewhere along the line, their marriage fell apart, and it was evident that she was using a criminal history to get whatever she wanted from him. One time, the police were tipped by an anonymous caller about Michael's involvement in narcotics. He was worried about losing his assets if arrested, so he signed off his assets to Dalia. Now, with the assets in her name, she wanted him gone. Dalia reached out to an ex-boyfriend named Mohammed Shihadeh to find an assassin, but instead of finding an assassin, he went to the police and informed them of the conversation.
She asked if I knew someone who can kill her husband for her.
Are you scared for the guy?
Yes, because she's really, dead serious on getting this done. She's maybe 5'6", 5'7", dark black hair. She's a good-looking girl, really good-looking girl, actually.
But it was his word against hers. There was no proof. So to get proof, Shihadeh was made a confidential informant for the Boynton Police Department and was asked to arrange a meetup with Dalia in a public gas station to discuss the assassination.
This guy's a professional. It's not his mom is not going to get suspicious of you or anything like that.
Why me? Like, do you know what telling somebody it? Nobody's going to be able to point a finger at me.
And to conclude this conversation, Shihadeh tells her that the hitman wants $1,200 to buy a gun. And surprisingly, she counts it out and gives it to him, along with a picture of her husband.
Wipe my pants off the pictures. Really? You're gonna give him something with fingerprints all over?
This is when the detectives realize that this lead is actually a potential murder case. So now the police decided to plan this sting operation to gather as much evidence as there is. In 2 days, Dalia is called to meet with the assassin, who was actually Officer Whitty G, an undercover cop. After she gets into his car, the two discuss how the attack will take place.
Got a picture of the house or whatever.
How soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, I need it done like this week, but like my understanding of everything was that like, you know, I was gonna give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. Until after the fact. And then after the fact, I guess you were going to come and, like, find me or whatever. I mean, I'm good for it. Like, it's not like I don't have it or anything. I mean, I know not to fuck around with you. You know certain things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously know where I'm at.
I could get it done by Wednesday if you want me to. You understand? But I got to do my homework, you know?
Right.
I got to, know exactly where the place is and how to get out of there, how to get in and out. You understand what the neighbors are. I got to call the cops. Report a shooting to see how fast they get to that location. There's a lot of stuff I got to do.
Okay.
That's going to cost me a lot of money.
So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how soon could you do it? And
I
what
could
time
do it
are we looking at?
Wednesday morning. It's going to be like I break into the house, didn't think he was going to be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm going to think he's at work. Boom, he's not at work, then, he gets 2 in the head. That's it. I take a couple things with me, break a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there. We're just going to be asking you questions, although they know it's going to be obvious what it is, and they already know, but, they're going to ask questions, because that's how they got to do it. But I don't know how well you handle pressure. You understand? I don't know, because I don't want...
No, I'm not going to, I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me, and you're like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. But I'm not.
You are. You're extremely beautiful.
Thank you, but, I just need to make sure everything's going to take care of.
Between now and when it's done, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, like, I'm determined
already.
I'm positive, like, okay. 5,000% sure, like,
okay.
Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he always walks the dog in the morning.
Okay.
He walks the dog across, like, over where the lake is, and our door is always unlocked.
I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning. Okay. 6 o'clock, you're in the gym. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so so much, and I guess
You'll hear from me.
I'll hear from you.
All right?
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye.
In their 23-minute conversation, they agreed on a payment of $7,000 for the murder. To plan out the perfect sting operation, they now needed to bring in her husband Michael into the plan and explain to him what was going on.
I'm Detective Marino, ID 696 for the Boynton Beach Police Department. All right, also present in the room right now is Mr. Michael DePlio. Can you go ahead and spell your last name? You already know why we're here.
Yeah.
Reference this whole incident that's happened, an investigation where your wife hired somebody to kill you.
Yeah.
But before they can just spill the beans on their plan, the detectives need to figure out what went wrong with their relationship, the real motive behind the hit.
And pretty much we were on a fast-track relationship, getting along great, everything's great, you know, and as soon as we moved out of Boca in January, and I purchased a home in Boynton, and I would say 2 weeks after we did that, I hired a lawyer to get off of probation. I started giving my wife money because she was going to provide me with the other half of the money for the probation. And
just for the record, what were you on probation for? Just for
organized fraud.
Okay.
Basically, we were trading commodities that didn't exist.
All right, that's enough of that then.
And then I provided her with $100,000. She was supposed to provide me with $90,000, and my lawyer is telling me it's not here, it's not there. She was supposed to send a wire. The wire magically never showed up, and then the story was just unbelievable. And you know, what do I do with that? And then I turned around and I was going to leave, and then she got honest and she messed my money up in some wire scheme where she was supposed to send it and make money on it. And
so how long did you date before you actually got married?
we dated from October to January.
Okay.
So however long that would be exactly, 3 months.
Right. So that's pretty quick. So you get married, and then how long after you get married do you start, or do you ever feel that something's not right with her?
About a month and a half.
Right away.
The money starts disappearing. I had drugs planted on my truck. The officers came out to search my truck. I'm not a drug dealer, I never was.
Where did that happen at?
The Ritz-Carlton in Manalapan. I came out one day and we were leaving in the morning, and an officer approached me, "Is this your truck?" I said, "Yes, it is," and I didn't know what he wanted. He goes, "Can I search it? There's been activity on it, someone called," and I'm like, "Absolutely, you can search it." The officer searches the truck, there's nothing in the truck, he lets me leave. I figured someone called, but nobody knew we were there. It's an unexplainable thing.
Were any drugs found?
The next day I went to get gasoline in the truck, there was drugs in my gas cap. So luckily,
You had no knowledge of that?
No. I mean, thank God, you know, I let the officer search the truck, there's nothing in the truck. Thank God he didn't find them, because, you know, that would have been a disaster. Point being, though, it was unexplainable. Nobody knew we were there. Nobody knew we were there.
So who do you suspect that planted it? A hunch.
A hunch was my wife.
Okay.
And I played it through my head 1,000 ways. I thought, could it be? I'm laughing. I even thought maybe it wasn't me who put it there, you know, and didn't remember. But I don't, you know, the point is, nobody knew we were there. Nobody had access to my vehicle except my wife.
What would her motivation be for doing that? You're on probation at the time.
At that point, yes. And at that point, she already had stolen $100 and some thousand from me. And so now I'm out $100,000, and she got me involved in another scheme to where I lost another 90 or another 100,000 trying to, you know, I lost $240,000 with this girl. It's unexplainable money.
These should have been the earliest red flags for Michael about Dahlia. The pattern suggests that she's been after his money since the start, and it's possible that the hit was arranged for her to get away with the money she had.
I haven't had this many incidents go wrong in my life, and you know, I mean, in my life, and that I've had since I met this girl. Like, you know, I haven't had my truck searched 2-3 times. You know, I don't do that kind of shit. You know, so all of this is very out of character for me. My life is, since I met Dahlia and since we've been married, the dynamics of my daily life have changed drastically. Like, I don't have police interaction anymore. I don't, you know, and I've seen the police more than like 10 times probably since I've been with her over stuff that's unexplainable and sounds crazy to people. I don't tell people my business anymore because they think I'm crazy.
Let me ask you one question here that's kind of puzzling, or that we would like answered if we can. What's her motivation for having you killed? I mean, like, why not just get divorced? Or did she ever mention divorce or separation?
Never.
So, what, in your mind, what's her motivation?
We just purchased
insurance policy?
No, we just purchased a home, and I just actually signed the title over to her until I could straighten out my other problems with probation, and also, you know, the $200,000 and some thousand she stole from me, I think is a big motivation. So basically, I guess with my home and everything else, $500,000 of motivation.
Was that money used like restitution to pay back your victims?
It was supposed to be for that. Yeah.
Right.
And she stole it.
You have no proof.
So with that, the husband was brought in on the plan and asked to be at the station during the hours of the fake planned hit. At this time, Dahlia was told to be at the gym, her designed alibi. So while she was there, the police called her and immediately asked her to come home, which she knew was where her husband was meant to be killed. To her, this would be the police calling her to be informed of her husband's demise, so she had to act accordingly. Why don't you be the judge and see how she did?
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down. Listen, right now we need to get you to the station. We need to get you to our police station. I can't let you see him, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find his killer, okay, we need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? Witnesses said they saw a black male running from me. I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of your dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
Now, Dahlia is taken to the police station so that she can answer about the whereabouts. So far, the police's sting operation is a massive success. They just have to see what else they can dig out of her in the interrogation.
Protocol that we have to do with this with your wife. We got to advise you of your rights, so you know, okay? If you don't understand any of them, you just tell me, and I'll stop and repeat. And first of all, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right, honey.
I love my husband, but I love you too.
No, you don't want to see him.
I just want to see him.
Believe me, you don't. Could you listen, please? I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. This is something, because we're going to videotape, that I need you to sign also. It gives us the right to videotape it. You want to read that?
I don't want to be videotaped.
Well, you're being videotaped. That's all part of it.
Whose number is this?
That's your home number.
Oh.
We got that from our reports that have been filed here. And then I'll tell you what's going on here.
Notice her trepidation is signing off on the fact that she's being recorded. This means that instead of weeping and complaining, she has to be extra careful about what she says. Even though she is caught dead to rights, any extra inconsistencies in this interrogation can land her even more jail time.
Listen, is there anybody that you know that you think would want to kill your husband?
My husband's on probation.
For what?
He's for stock fraud.
Stock fraud? How long has he been on probation? Probation or parole? Is he spending time in prison? How much? Do you know?
2 years in prison and 5 years on probation, going on to 6 years.
Oh my God. And what was that for?
It was for taking money. It was like, he explained it like boiler room kind of, where they would take money from people
Oh, I
and put it
understand.
towards things.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
Not even a year.
This is tragic. Is there anybody you could think of that would want to do this to him?
I was telling the officers we've had problems already, and
What sort of problem?
he's been trying to get off probation, and it's just been nothing but problems the whole time that he's been trying to get off. People weren't happy that he...
Hey everyone, welcome back to EWU Bodycam. We're diving into a topic that's been quietly creeping into headlines, security footage, and maybe even your own neighborhood, theft. From bustling cities to peaceful suburbs, the number of break-ins, car thefts, and robberies across America is rising faster than most people realize. Now, theft has always existed. That's nothing new. But what's happening in 2025 feels different. We're not just talking about isolated incidents or the occasional stolen bike. We're talking about organized groups, smarter methods, and everyday people suddenly realizing, wait a second, it could happen to me. Across the country, reports of property crime are climbing. In California, police departments have noted spikes in car break-ins. In New York and Chicago, small business owners are reporting stolen goods, smashed windows, and empty shelves. Even in small towns, the kind where people used to leave their doors unlocked, residents say they're sleeping less soundly. The data backs it up. According to FBI estimates and local law enforcement reports, thefts, from shoplifting to home burglaries, have increased by nearly double digits in some states since 2022. And experts say it's not just about bad guys, it's about circumstances, a mix of economics, technology, and plain opportunity. Gone are the days when a thief was someone in a black hoodie sneaking around at midnight. Today, theft looks smarter. Criminals are using technology, Wi-Fi jammers, GPS trackers, and even to plan their crimes. And here's the scariest part. Sometimes they know more about you than you think. Think about it. How often do we post when we're out on vacation? How often do we leave packages sitting on our porch? For modern thieves, that's not just coincidence, that's opportunity. Every neighborhood has that one house with a Ring camera or motion sensor lights, but thieves are learning how to get around them. Some carry devices that block camera signals. Others wear masks that confuse AI-based systems. In short, the tech meant to protect us is now being challenged by smarter criminals. Car theft has become its own epidemic. With push-button starts and keyless entry systems, stealing a car no longer requires smashing a window or hot wiring. Hackers can clone a digital key in under a minute. In 2024 alone, cities like Detroit, Atlanta, and Los Angeles reported a surge in car thefts, especially of certain models that are easy to exploit. TikTok trends even fueled it. Yes, people literally turned car theft into a viral challenge. That's the reality we're living in. Crime is no longer just a back alley issue. It's gone digital, viral, and mainstream. When crime rises, everyone looks for someone to blame. But the truth is, it's complicated. Experts point to a few factors: inflation, rising rent, job insecurity. When people struggle to survive, desperation can push some to steal. Police in many cities have linked theft spikes to unemployment and cost of living increase. In some states, laws changed during the pandemic to reduce jail overcrowding. Certain petty thefts are now treated like misdemeanors, small fines, quick releases. But critics argue that's made criminals bolder. They know they might walk free within hours. When someone steals electronics, luxury clothes, or even baby formula, they don't have to sell it in dark alleys anymore. They list it online, on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or lesser-known platforms. And just like that, stolen goods turn into a single organized group can steal thousands of dollars worth of goods and sell them within hours. No questions asked. And police, they're struggling to keep you behind. Every statistic is a story. A small business owner in Chicago whose store was broken into 3 times in a month. A family in Texas who woke up to find their car and their toddler's car seat gone. An elderly couple in Oregon who lost their jewelry and decades of memories in one night. These stories don't always make national headlines. but they tell the real story of what's happening across the United States. A quiet erosion of privacy and safety. When theft becomes normal, people stop being surprised by it. That's when society changes. Neighbors stop talking, businesses install bars on windows, communities start locking themselves down, both physically and emotionally.